There are reality TV crossovers, and then there is whatever happened the night Kody Brown marched into Special Forces Season 4 like he was auditioning to lead his own platoon. Fans tuned in hoping for a little entertainment, a few challenges, maybe some celebrity meltdowns. What they got instead was Kody Brown behaving like a man who believed the U.S. military had been waiting its entire existence just for him. The episode became infamous within minutes of airing, and social media lit up with the same phrase. We need to talk about this. And oh, did they. The Arrival, Kody versus Common Sense. The episode opened with a transport truck jolting through the desert, dust clouds swirling behind it. Inside, the cast sat quietly, tense, nervous, mentally preparing for the nightmare ahead. Then the door bursts open, and out hops Kody like a golden retriever who just heard the word walk. His hair flew in the wind, doing its own acrobatics. His grin was far too confident for someone who hadn't even read the rules yet. The DS instructor stared at him, completely baffled. Name? One barked. Kody puffed out his chest. Kody Brown, father, leader, and motivator. The instructor blinked slowly. I didn't ask for your resume. From that moment on, everyone watching knew. This episode was about to become legendary. The first challenge. A rope, a wall, and a very confused Kody. The recruits were ordered to climb a mud-slick wall using a rope. Simple, brutal, classic. Kody stepped up like a man who had been preparing his whole life. This is just like building houses with my family, he declared. But as soon as he grabbed the rope, his foot slipped. Then he swung sideways. Then somehow he ended up hugging the wall, whispering what appeared to be a pep talk to the rope. The other contestants stared. One finally asked, "Is he talking to it?" Yes, he was. After 3 attempts, he made it halfway, slid down dramatically, stood up covered in mud, and saluted the instructors. I meant to do that, he said. The instructors did not return the salute. The team task. When Kody tried to lead the mission. For the next challenge, recruits were paired into groups and told to move heavy crates across uneven terrain. It was a test of teamwork, communication, and leadership. Unfortunately for his team, Kody believed this was his moment to shine. He clapped his hands together like a PE teacher, announcing, "Okay, everyone, follow my plan," even though no one asked for his plan. His teammates exchanged concerned glances. But Kody was already pacing, mapping out imaginary paths in the dirt, waving his hands like a general in a historical war movie. The DS instructor approached. "Brown, why aren't you moving the crate?" Kody straightened. "Sir, strategizing, sir. This task isn't about strategy. It's about doing what I tell you to." Kody blinked, confused by this concept. One teammate muttered, "Welcome to the Kody Brown experience." Eventually, the group finished, but only after redirecting Kody to a job that required minimal talking and zero decision-making, holding one corner of the crate. Even that seemed to overwhelm him. The confessionals, Kody's greatest stage. Between challenges, contestants filmed confessionals to reflect on their experiences. Kody treated the camera like his personal diary. He spoke about leadership. He spoke about family. He spoke about pressure. At one point, he dramatically whispered, "I was built for this," then immediately tripped while stepping off the platform. Producers kept that in the final cut. Of course they did. The mental warfare test. Kody versus silence. One of the final exercises of the episode was the mental endurance test. Recruits sat in total silence, facing their fears, doubts, and insecurities.
Most contestants sat still, breathing deeply. Some cried quietly. Some stared at the ground. Kody? Within 2 minutes, he was talking to himself. Silence is dangerous for leaders. Leaders must speak. The instructor appeared behind him like a shadow. Brown, no talking. Kody nodded. 5 seconds later, but I was just saying, no talking. Kody nodded again. 10 seconds later, he whispered, I'm a communicator. The instructor rubbed his temples. The audience cackled. The breakdown moment. Kody meets reality. Every Special Forces episode features an emotional breaking point, and Kody's came during a midnight march through freezing water. Recruits trudged chest deep through icy mud, shivering as the DS shouted commands. Kody slowed down, teeth chattering. A fellow contestant asked, You good? Kody nodded, then muttered, This wasn't in the contract. Another wave splashed over him. None of this was in the contract. By the time they crawled out, Kody looked like a man questioning every decision he'd ever made. Even the wind seemed to sigh in disappointment. The interrogation. Kody faces the DS. Near the end of the episode, Kody was pulled into the interrogation room, a dark, intense environment where DS instructors evaluate mental resilience. Kody sat across from them, drenched, exhausted, but somehow still trying to smile. Why are you here? They asked. Kody inhaled deeply. To prove I can lead under pressure. The instructors exchanged looks. Kody, leadership isn't talking the loudest. It's not avoiding tasks. It's not ignoring instructions. Kody's eyes widened, surprised that this was news. One instructor leaned forward. It's doing the hard things without making yourself the center of the universe. That line hit him like a truck. He swallowed. For the first time all episode, he was quiet. The finish, a rare moment of humility. The recruits completed the day's final challenge, a brutal endurance course that pushed them to their limits. Some ran, some limped. Kody staggered like a baby deer discovering legs. But he finished. Exhausted, mud-covered, sniffling. And then he said something no one expected. Maybe I'm not the leader I thought I was. The camera zoomed in. Fans watching dropped their snacks. Twitter went feral. For one fleeting moment, a humble Kody Brown existed. Somewhere, a TLC producer whispered, This is gold. The aftermath. Viewers react. The episode ended, but social media didn't. Memes flooded the internet. Kody versus the rope. Kody Brown, motivational speaker to inanimate objects. The DS's new patience test. Kody talking. Fans laughed. Fans cringed. Fans debated whether Kody's meltdown was real or performance art. Either way, the episode became the most talked about moment of the season. One thing was clear, Special Forces Season 4 will never be the same. And neither will Kody Brown.